coaches, just a quick video. I'm getting a lot of questions about our practice schedule, and I just wanted to kind of take you through our spring practice schedule, and then and I want to start it off by talking just a minute about two platoon versus one platoon football. And look, I know I'm not going to convince anybody. I think in your guts you're either a one platoon guy or a two platoon guy. But here are the big four reasons why I'm a big two platoon guy. Is number one, it comes down to magic reps. You get more reps with your kids when they're two platoon. They got, this is an hour and a half schedule. We go about an hour and 50 once we get summer and fall, and all those reps are on one side of the ball, so they're hitting their magic rep faster, and kids get better faster. I just see improvement, and you got to have some guts on. You got to have some guts, because when you start the thing out, you're going to be playing a kid who's obviously not as good as some of those kids you got on the other side of the ball. But if you'll be patient and let the reps happen, they get good so fast that it's not too long. 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and all of a sudden they're where the other kid was, and maybe a little better. Number two, I like it because it gets more kids involved and it gets more parents involved. It's hard to get 100 kids out if you're only playing 16 of them. So the more kids you get out and get involved, the more parents you get involved, the faster your program's going to grow. Number three is tempo. We were one platoon last season, and it was very difficult to up tempo. But when you're two platooning, you got the ability to go really fast on offense if you need to. And then number four is in practice, the competitive situation, or the competitive periods and the situational periods in practice. I just think they're so much better when you're a two platoon deal, where you actually have best versus best going. We end every practice with a competition period, and I'll talk about it in a second. And you get to practice a lot of situations that it's just tough to do when you're one platoon. So those are the big four. I guess if I was going to put a number five, I'd say the ability to make adjustments during the game, between series. Using some of the video technology. You just can't. It's so difficult to do if you're one platoon. But if you're two platoon, depending on your budget, you can have a film session on the sideline between series and get a lot better that way. So this is the practice schedule we used in the spring. We were an hour and 30 minutes because by rule that's what we had to be. So we started every day with a 5-minute special forces period. I did a video on that. That's the individual period where we're snappers, kickers, punters, returners. We're getting all that done. Then period two is a 10-minute period. That's our Bama period. That's when we're doing takeaways, we're doing shed drill, and we're doing tackle drill, form tackle. Period three is a 10-minute period. We call it fundo. On offense, we work our receivers on the release drills, their stock block drills, and their ball security. That's also when quarterbacks are doing their drills, and O-line's down in the pit doing their stuff. All right, period four is a 10-minute period. We call it position. For us, that's mainly noose and pat and go. It about takes up all that time, because we do a couple different things in pat and go. We'll work quick screen, we'll work hitches, slants, and then goal line fades, all in pat and go. So about 10 minutes gets us through that. Period five is a 10-minute period. We call it group, and that is where we're working our routes on air. So that's the 90 of the day, and the quicks of the day, and our RPO of the day. Period seven is Skelly Pro. That's a 10-minute period. That's where we're working 7-on-7, and the big boys are down there going 1-on-1 pass pro, which is a key drill. Number nine is a 5-minute option period, and we're working half line. So we're rapid firing, going right, left, right, left, right, left, and we're working either speed option where we're pitching off the end, or zone option where we're pitching off the walk player. I skipped one. Period eight is a 5-minute period. That's a screen period. Same deal, half line, and it's whatever screen of the day it is. So if it's Larry Roger, today was our bubble screen, so we went bubble screen right, and then turned around with the other quarterback and went bubble screen left, and just half lined it. Then get back to period 10 is a 5-minute period. That's inside run, and that's whatever the run of the day is we're just hitting it for 5 minutes straight. Even we don't care that defense knows. And then period 11 is our team period. In the spring, we don't really scout. We run our offense versus our defense, and that's a scripted period. Everyone has the script, so everyone knows what's fixing to happen. And then period 12 is our 5-minute competition period, which I'm huge on. I think this puts us ahead faster than a lot of places. And this is our menu. So one day it can be goal line 3 from the 5. The next day, bandit, which we usually start on the 50 and have 22 seconds to score. Next day, which is the one we did today, we got 3 plays. We got a 3rd and 10, we got a 3rd and 2, and we got a 4th and 1. And that's live competition. And then, or as live as we can be. And then the next day we can do an OT period, which in North Carolina is 4 from the 10. And then the last one is a 3-point. We'll usually run three 2-point plays so that we can have a winner and a loser. And we have rewards for the winners and punishment for the losers. So that's an hour and a half. We'll pretty much keep this schedule when we get to the fall, but we got to add 2 periods. We got to add a 10-minute special teams period right after special forces, and then we got to add another 10-minute period for defense, and then the JV would go opposite of those. So if it's varsity O and varsity defense is scouting for them, then it would be the opposite for JV. So we got those going on at the same time. All right, that's it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, and share your ideas what you guys do for practice, especially in the spring. Thank you, coaches.